Welcome to Walt's Tech World. Follow me. So today we're going to have some fun. What inspired this video was a few days ago, I was speaking with a young person who didn't even know what a paper map was. And it hit me, what a great video this would be to explore the different generations, from baby boomers all the way to Gen Alpha, to see the tech that they grew up with and the tech that they are currently using today. So I want you to hang around to the very end of this video because I'm curious to see if you agree with my assumptions of the different generations. And I'd also like to see in the comments something that I missed or things that I missed. So let's get started with baby boomers and let's have some fun. Like I said, when I was trying to explain the physical map to the 20-year-old kid, he looked at me like I had some sort of giant origami flower in my hands. So anyways, let's get started and talk about the first group, the baby boomers. The baby boomers born between 1946 and 1964, these folks saw the moon landing on a tube TV, not YouTube. Now they're navigating the world of AI. They primarily use tablets and desktop PCs. They love a big screen they can actually see. My dad, he can rebuild a car engine, but he can't send a simple text on a phone. Facebook and YouTube are their main social media venues. In fact, they're the fastest growing group on social media as they learn to adapt. They are leery of online privacy and scams. Boomers are famously cautious, but they are also the biggest targets for digital phishing, especially our older boomers. They use tech as a tool, not as an identity. If the Wi-Fi goes out, they don't have a panic attack. They just go work in the garden or work in the garage. Up next, my generation, Gen X. Born between 1965 and 1980, the latchkey kids of tech. We grew up with rotary phones, but we were the first to build PCs in our basements. We tend to use smartphones and laptops. We need to be productive. We value our time. Our social media choices are Facebook for the family, LinkedIn for the career, and YouTube for, well, just about everything else. We experience a platform gap. We're masters of Facebook, but Instagram, I'll admit, sometimes I'm feeling like I'm looking at a digital art gallery and I get a little confused. Why is everything a reel now? We are the ultimate troubleshooters. We speak both analog and digital. If it breaks, we fix it. We just don't go buy a new one. Following up next are the millennials, or Gen Y, born between 1981 and 1996. They're the ones who turned tech into a lifestyle. They grew up as the internet was maturing and remember the sound of a dial-up modem. They covet dual monitors and the latest iPhones. Their social choice is Instagram and LinkedIn. They're the social warriors posting about everything from politics to their favorite recipes. They feel digital fatigue. They're the first generation to realize that being always on is actually exhausting. Pros and efficiency, they know every keyboard shortcut known to man. If there's a way to automate a task, a millennial, he's already found that app for it. Up next, Gen Z. Born between 1997 and 2012, they didn't learn tech. They were born with a touchscreen in their hand. Their primary devices, mainly mobile only. For them, a laptop is just a heavy tablet with a permanent keyboard. Their social choice is TikTok and Discord. They don't search Google for recipes. They search TikTok. Their struggles, the black box effect. They're wizards at using apps, but you ask them to where a file is saved on a hard drive, they might look at you blankly. To them, everything is just in the cloud, wherever that's at. The pro is their innovation and speed. They're using AI to create entire movies and businesses before they're even finished with their breakfast. The last group we're going to talk about, Gen Alpha. The screenagers, born between 2010 and 2024. The hardware, they don't use tech, they live inside it. For them, a tablet is a pacifier and a smartphone is an extra limb. If a screen isn't a touchscreen, they think it's broken. The social choice, Roblox and Minecraft aren't just games, they're their version of them all. They're hanging out in a virtual world before they're even allowed to cross the street. Their content is TikTok and YouTube Shorts. If it's longer than 60 seconds, you've lost them. They're probably trying to start their own channel before they hit middle school. What can we learn from each other? What's the takeaway? Gen Z can teach us how to be fearless. They aren't afraid to try a new platform just because it's new. Gen X and the boomers can teach the younger kids foundational logic. Knowing how hardware works is just as important to knowing how to log into the software. And Gen Alpha, they're the family tech support. While millennials and Gen X grew up fixing the Wi-Fi for their parents, Alphas are the ones showing grandma and grandpa how to use a filter on FaceTime or how to send an emoji. They don't need to read any user manuals. The tech changes, but the goal is the same. Stay connected and keep creating. Whether you're posting a status on Facebook or a 10-second clip on TikTok, remember that person on the other end, the other side of the screen, is just trying to figure it out too. If you're a Gen Xer still trying to figure out why your Instagram post didn't get any hearts, hit that subscribe and like button. We can be confused together. See you on the next one. Hey, so what did you think? Did you agree with everything that I said about your generation? Was there something big that I missed about your generation? Let me know in the comments. And if you can, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm a growing channel. And if I get a lot of response from this, maybe I'll do a part 2. So, hey, I appreciate you. God bless and take care.